phone look out, and thanks for watching our videos. Please do subscribe, comment, like, and that goes a long way to reassuring us that what we do does matter. And as we stand right now, I believe, let me bring you a mini teardown of this Samsung A50, because we will have to go inside to be able to rectify this problem. So to be able to open this phone, if you look at it critically, it's a blessing that this one actually opens from the lower side. It also implements what the S67 do implement, that is having a back cover that is held to the frame by adhesive, concealing what I believe to be screws underneath. Now, of course, first things first, we will have to eject the SIM card tray out of place, and that's with the help of our pin. Just poke that and it ejects, and the remainder is to simply pull it out. And it goes without saying that this is a beautiful design where the dual SIMs are independent of the memory card, so the second SIM slot is not wasted by sharing with the memory card. In other words, there's a dedicated memory card tray. Okay, anyway, let me just take you around the phone. Having removed the SIM card tray from the left hand side of the phone, when we look at the top, of course, we have a front facing camera and this 6.4 inch screen. To the right of the phone, we have the volume up button and volume down button on one single bar, and of course our power button just below the two. Now to the bottom of the phone, we have also the 3.5mm earphone jack, which is a benefit since I still have such earphones. And then we have the USB Type-C charging port, the opening to the mouthpiece or microphone, and then the stereo speaker at the bottom. It has one speaker actually. To the top of the phone, there is a second hole that heads to the noise cancellation microphone, and then when we come to the back, we have our camera modules, 1, 2, 3 camera modules, and topped up with a flashlight. Does this thing have a fingerprint sensor?
Yes.
In screen?
Yeah, it's in screen, in the screen.
Yeah, the thing has a fingerprint sensor in screen, nothing like a physical hardware. And I am still skeptic about in-screen fingerprint sensors. I feel the manufacturer wants to rob our fingerprints when we touch icons that overlay the fingerprint sensor. I don't know, I guess perhaps maybe simply paranoid, but that's it. But I know a lot of people have these fingerprint sensors. Now, for me to be able to open the back cover of the phone, we'll have to apply some heat to the peripheries of the phone, and that's by the services of our hot air gun. In my case, I am going to use what I use for changing ICs. Let me just get it plugged in and we get started. Okay, so we're right here, and I think someday I'll give you a review of this phone. Anyways, so we need to open up this phone, and to do so, we'll need my hot air gun, and I'll need my surgical blade. Where my surgical blade is, let me first try to find out. Okay, I don't seem to see it, but let me set my temperature knob to about 130 degrees C, and then I think now this right here is I don't think this is glass, but it looks like plastic that looks like glass because of the manner in which it scratches. It is not very evenly scratching. Okay, right now I think it is lifting from the sides. It's just me, but I feel it is. Okay, Now I am going to shift from heat and use the solvent apply. The beauty of this is that the screen is AMOLED, so it does not have any sort of reflective layers, and therefore I do not have to worry about the solvent going in between the reflective layers. And I'll need some bit of tissue right there, and that's going to help me with delivering this. And so having gotten our adhesive, next thing is to dissolve it into the tissue and then slip it in there. So let me slip it in right there. This should be able to dissolve our adhesive, and be gentle with it, putting in just enough into the crevices. I have a feeling that this phone has been opened before, so I'm quite certain the glue in between this is not as hard as the original. Okay, having done that, I may want to get in between right there. Okay, actually this is not glass, it's I think perspex, and I also have a feeling it's not the original back cover. I don't know whether it's just me. Okay, getting in there slowly by slowly. We're getting in. Okay. Okay, so we're getting all around it. It's interesting. That's giving me a very good response to my solvent. And right now I think I'm just getting around it. Okay, now having done that, this is coming out. Yes, so I am right that this adhesive is recent, and the phone has been opened before, so that's that. Okay, now having opened this, the next thing is to pick out the screws. Of course, now having been in here, so we will have to remove that screw, this one, that, and these other ones on top to be able to get into the phone itself. Okay, so let's get rid of these many screws. Screw 1, screw 2, screw 3, screw 4, screw 5, screw 6, screw 7. I bet you're wondering what's happening. My screwdriver tip is actually magnetized. That's why most of these screws are tending to stick to it, and those are out of place. Now the remaining ones are these ones at the top side. Screw 1, screw 2, screw screw 3. I'm connected to power. Screw okay. So this is screw 6. Hey, how do you take your time?
No, I don't want to take my time now.
I've actually checked it, aren't you?
It's very unfair.
No,
Very, very unfair.
no. Your problem seems to be more complex. Hey, I actually thought that was Nathan. But don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're up next. Okay, that one is out. This is also out. And I don't suppose this wants to remain here. I feel bad. I need my surgical blade. Okay, then now we will get in between here, the blue part and the phone's frame. That should be able to allow us to let me first secure my screws of the frame itself. I know some of them may want to start flying around to places beyond which they can be found. Anyways, that's out. That too. I think all are out. Now we're getting in between these parts. Okay. That. That. Around there. And around here. Okay. So having removed that, next thing is to, I think we need to take it around a bit. Okay, so this camera module assembly is here as one piece. You see glue spillage onto it, and then that's the front facing lens, and this is the fiber that connects the LCD layer to the main board, and then this connects the main board to the lower subboard, and that there is our battery connector. Now, having done that, these are coaxial cables to the bottom, and the earphone, the front facing speaker, the rear speaker or the main speaker remains here on the lower frame of the phone, or the cover to the frame, and our charging port is right there with our earphone jack there. And now we are interested in these cables. First of all, disconnect the battery, because we do not want this phone supplied with power as we do whatever we are doing. Now, having done that,